What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Northeast Florida Surf Fishing Forecast for December 7th, 8th, and 9th. We're almost already to the midpoint of December, and my goodness, we'll be into 2022. Seems like just yesterday it was 2021, the start of 2021, but I need to get a haircut too. I'm getting a little too much hair going on up here, guys, but last few days have actually been pretty good. Clean water. Some nice whiting have come up. Caught a bunch of whiting in Ponte Vedra. A lot of good fish, 12 to 15 inch fish. And Monday got quite a few reports of redfish cruising the surf, and they're actually hitting cut mullet. Talked to my buddy James, and on Sunday in Jack's Beach, he saw a couple big schools of mullet still moving along the surf. So there's still mullet there, so that's why you still have reds. There's still some speckled trout around. Quite a few bluefish and quite a few sharks. Monday afternoon, the wind switched out of the south a little bit more, southeast. Whiting started picking up a little bit. But other than that, Monday afternoon in Jack's Beach was slow. And I talked to 4 or 5 people, and they said tons of small whiting. Sunday, it was big whiting. So this time of year, guys, it really is hit or miss. You can go 5 straight days in a row, and you might have different results each day with the same conditions. Remember, the next few days, as it's been the last few days, the tides are running really high and extra low. It's played heck in the river as well for a few of the people I talked to. They said the current's just screaming and the bite has been pretty bad. But the next few days, looking at Tuesday, northeast, which I like, 5 to 10. So I'm looking to hit the beach Tuesday afternoon and catch that last of the outgoing, first of the incoming. I found a few different spots I like to fish. Good sandbar with a run out attached right to the left of them. And those fish, the big whiting, are holding them, as well as a few pompanos still, and some drum. But the winds tomorrow, Tuesday, northeast 5 to 10. Wednesday, it switches a little bit, might be not so great. Southwest 10 to 20 with possible higher gusts. We got a little front coming through. So a good chance that water's gonna get a little bit dirty. And then going back over to Thursday, switching back over to the northeast with a cooler day. Northeast, northeast, it'll be flipping out, it looks like 5 to 15. So if it's more on the 5 to 10, very, very fishable. If it gets up over 15, current's gonna be picking up a little bit more. But you know what? We've had the last 5 days some really calm waters, and the whiting, at least in my experience, I've caught a lot more fish when we have some wave action, gets that bait churned up. That's why when it's calm like this, it's so important to scout the beach and find runouts, sandbars, anything that bait can be washed out to. If you're just going out and randomly throwing, you might be fishing in 3 foot of water and not getting a bite. Jack's Beach right now, if you haven't been up there, it is very few cuts right now. It's already filled back in. But on the low tide, there are some nice bars that are holding fish. Same in Ponte Vedra. Nice little trough down there. They're still catching fish at Little Talbot and Huguenot. Further south, if you want pompano, you're gonna have to drive. If you want numbers, at least. I've seen a lot of good reports the last 2 or 3 days. New Smyrna, Melbourne, and south. Flagler as well. On Monday, I saw a couple reports from Flagler. They caught some nice pompano and a bunch of nice whiting. Water temperatures, Flagler 67, 68. The Jack's Beach area, Ponte Vedra area, it's running between 65 and 67. Fernandina 64. So the water has warmed up. So if it'll level off and stay around 66, 67, if there's any pompano left up north that are headed this way, maybe they won't be in such a hurry to hit the warmer weather down south, and they'll actually hang around Jack's in northeast Florida for a little bit longer. But if not, the whiting should be plentiful, guys, along with black drum. Like I said, redfish. And if you're fishing the inlets, any of the inlets, remember there's always probably going to be speckled trout around the inlets. and they're still getting a few flounder. In fact, before I went on this video, one of my buddies, he just sent me a picture of a flounder he got in the river. It looks like it's probably 9 to 10 pounds. It's a beast. He fished a flounder pounder on Saturday. He definitely could have used that fish on Saturday, but you know how that goes when you fish a tournament. It's usually afterwards that you get a big one, or the day before you get a big one. But next few days, I would say Tuesday and Thursday look to be the days out of the next 3. Wednesday, if the southwest winds are blowing as hard as they're forecasting, it's going to dirty that water up. So if you are going to fish, you're going to want to hit like the north side of the Volano Inlet, Huguenot, up in Little Talbot area. Or if you head down south, that water seems to stay cleaner a lot longer in a bad wind than up here in Northeast Florida. When we get that south wind up this way, guys, if you live up here with me in Northeast Florida, especially like Ponte Vedra, Hannah Park, Jacks Beach, all it. When we get a south wind, it looks like yoo-hoo milk, and the catfish and sharks love it. Not a big fan of that. A lot of bait wasted. So if you're going down to the beach, fresh shrimp, I'm just buying 3 or 4 dozen live and breaking those shrimp in half, and the whiting love them. Or if they're small enough, like I showed on the video, the small guys, I use that whole shrimp. Just pinch off the tail and thread the whole shrimp on there, and just where the head is, just lightly open it up and keep it on there. Those whiting love those legs. Clams, those are still working. If you find sand fleas, the big whiting are hitting those as well. And if you got a net, it wouldn't hurt to put it in your bucket if you can. If you see some mullet, cast net a few and throw them in there. The reds are actually not far out. They're hanging pretty close to the surf line, feeding right behind the breakers. They're looking for those mullet, sand fleas, and crabs. So put those mullet out, and from what it looks like, the 2 or 3 reds I saw that were posted on Monday were all caught on cut mullet. So catch some mullet, cut them up, throw them out. Let me know how you do. If you're not on our Facebook group, remember Broken Reel 23. We got reports coming in daily. We do have a sad report. Sandy reported, they're close to completion of the Jacks Beach Pier. They're working on the end right now, but sometime over Sunday night, people or persons decided to go up on the pier and vandalize it. They poured grease or something all over some of the new boards. So all of those new boards have to be taken out, new ones put in, and they messed with her crane, breaking the windshield wiper and pushing a porta potty into the water. So keep an eye out, guys. I know most of us aren't fishing at 2 or 3 in the morning, but that's probably when it's happening. So hopefully to catch these guys, all they're doing is wasting their time, and they're slowing down the progress. I mean, any setback just delays the time other people are going to be able to fish up there. And if you find out who it is, let me know, and we'll get it to the proper authorities. But anyways, guys, catch them up the next few days. Leave a comment if you catch them. Let me know how you're doing. And tight lines.